This is me, Spoon Beast.
Well. Isn't there a lot of big news in the Smash world this fine day today? Well, ladies and gentlemen, as of today, October 1st, 2013, as a part of today's Nintendo Direct, which actually took place at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 Pacific, it was announced that Sonic would be returning to Super Smash Bros. 4 Wii U or 3DS as a returning veteran character and taking up the spot as really the game's second third party character announced, the first being Mega Man, who was revealed in the actual reveal trailer for the game. But nonetheless, is still a third party character, as close as Sega and Nintendo have gotten over the last, I would say, at least maybe even less than 5 years. They've really just kind of gotten really close. Sega's, in my opinion, they're pretty well a very glorified second party company, but they still hold that third party place, and they do still develop for other consoles. But Sonic himself, that franchise is, there's some sort of deal with Sega and Nintendo where all Sonic games basically come out for Nintendo consoles now. Like Sonic Lost World, that's going to be coming out later on this month, I believe, at the end of the month, or at the earliest mid-month, this next couple weeks, 2-3 weeks. That game is going to be coming, and it's a Wii U exclusive. So that's kind of simple that it coincides with that. Mario and Sonic at the Sochi Games, which is a Winter Olympics game that's coming out as well for the Wii U. And they kind of touched upon both of those and announced that Sonic himself would be returning to Smash Bros. 4. And really, out of the two third-party characters between Sonic and Snake, Sonic was certainly the far better choice. And really, when you think about third-party characters, I think he's really the easiest get for them at this point. It really makes a lot of sense because he was already in the last game. He was the most requested character for Brawl. And I'm sure he would have been a really requested veteran character to come back. So I think they made a really good decision. I mean, when you think about it, we have Mario, Mega Man, and Sonic as playable fighters in one Smash Brothers game. That to me is a little perplexing. It's crazy. It's like the iconic legends of platform gaming, the ones that kind of opened the door for later marvels in platform gaming like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and even Little Big Planet. They all have something to offer, or all have something, these characters to thank for, to build them a legacy to have today. And these juggernauts of original platform gaming back in the 8 to 16-bit era of video games, like we're talking the Nintendo, Super Nintendo to Sega Genesis era of gaming, which in my opinion, that's the era I grew up in before the original PlayStation and N64. I transitioned into that after those, but to me, that before that, the 16-bit era, the 8 to 16-bit era there between Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, and the Super Nintendo, and really the competition between the Genesis and the SNES is really the golden age of gaming. I mean, I might be biased, but it's what I grew up with. So just this idea that all three of them are going to be in one game, and Mega Man now the number one most requested third-party character. After Sonic got confirmed, he kind of took the number one spot for third-party characters who haven't been in the game yet. And he's in it. So it begs the question, like, who could be next? I mean, this is fucking huge. It's a big time thing. Another veteran character, though. By far the most exciting veteran, because we didn't know what Sonic's status was going to be. After Brawl, we didn't know if they were going to completely disregard the guest character spot. By that I mean take both Sonic and Snake and not bring them back so that the two empty spots could be filled by other third-party characters. It doesn't really work. As I said, Sonic's pretty well as close to Nintendo as Kirby at this point, so it was probably extremely easy for them to score them up. Whether they take a third-party character spot, like give a third slot to another character that's not owned by them, remains to be seen. I don't see it. I kind of see Sonic keeping his spot and Mega Man taking over for where Snake was. Hell, Snake was in the actual reveal trailer for Smash Brothers, and Sonic was announced later, and Mega Man is in the reveal for this Smash Brothers, and Sonic was announced later. So it's kind of funny. I don't really see them doing three. I mean, it was talked about for Brawl, but when you think about it, who would they have? I think at most you might get a Namco representative like Pac-Man. I think would be the most logical choice. I would like to say somebody like Klonoa would also be cool too. Somebody from them. And none of the anime licenses. Like I talked a nice little fantasy video about Digimon being represented in the Force Smash, but that's all hearsay. It's all very much fantasy stuff that drove awesome discussion. But if we're talking realistic possibilities here, Pac-Man is certainly, to me, he's the only logical representative. I mean, you could say Klonoa. I would accept him as well. He'd be really cool. But as far as like the easiest, to be Pac-Man, and then on top of that, you got like 4 gaming legends in one video game, which is, to me is just mind-boggling. And we're talking old school names too, names that still hold up today, but really their legend comes from the heritage that they had in the gaming industry years ago. But they're still fond characters that people remember, people want to see, which is really what the core Smash Brothers is all about: is bringing older faces to the modern era and really polishing them up and making them look better than ever, and just giving them something to do after maybe years of being on the shelf. Just look at Mega Man. So yeah, as far as a third party character, maybe Namco slips in somebody. They say they don't want to, but I kind of might agree with them, but I'll believe it until we see the actual roster. For now, I'll just believe that Sonic and Mega Man are the only 2 non-Nintendo guest characters that the companies have planned for the 4th game. In other related news, Toon Link was announced practically 4 or 5 days before Sonic, so I would say the latter portion of last week. Quite shocking. I think he was announced either Wednesday or Thursday last week, so between Sonic's announcement now, it hasn't even been a full week since the last 2 veteran characters were announced in Toon Link. That's really surprising to me. Like, we've seen another version of Toon Link in the Spirit Track stage for the 3DS version of Smash Brothers 4 that's going to be coming out. And a lot of people assume that that's it for Link, and maybe because they did away with Young Link, they're going to do away with Toon Link. But I guess, in a way, Toon Link is kind of popular. The whole cel-shaded Zelda franchise with Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass and all that. It's a pretty successful little mini-series that the franchise has going on for itself. So him coming back is maybe not as surprising as we all thought, but at the same time, I think he was one that we easily said was going to get axed, especially with the reaction of him being an NPC in the Spirit Track stage. But nonetheless, Toon Link's coming back. I'm sure in no part to Wind Waker HD being on the horizon this month as well. Not surprising to me in the least. With the coinciding of the announcement. I mean, him coming back is certainly a surprise to me. I did not call that one bit. Am I mad about it? No. I mean, I like Toon Link. I think he's a lot better than Young Link. He's getting a little more diverse. But at the same time, it's like it's another Link. So it's I like him regardless. It was one of those announcements that really kind of did nothing for me. It was just kind of like, okay, how about this? That's cool. I wonder who they're going to announce next. But if I'm going to dig a little bit deeper into this, I mean, yeah, Toon Link, rock the party. But Peach was also announced maybe 2 weeks before Toon Link was, which brings me to this. That's 3 characters announced in less than a month. A 3-week maximum. Peach, Toon Link, and Sonic were all confirmed to be returning to the Smash Bros. 4 roster. Veteran characters, sure, slam that at me all you want, but there has to be something to that. That's a lot of characters announced in not a big amount of time. I mean, that wasn't even a full 4 weeks, and all 3 of them have been confirmed. Whether that means anything for the next 3 months of the year, I have no idea, but certainly they're not done announcing characters by far. I mean, I'm sure they still have a good many veterans to announce who I'm sure they are probably not planning on being hidden characters who are announced on the website. I mean, it'd be a little silly, right, to announce your unlockable characters to the broad audience, though Luigi being announced is a little odd, considering he's been a hidden character, an unlockable character from the first game. Are they finally changing that with the 4th one? I don't see them announcing anybody ahead of time who's not third-party, because I could easily see them making Sonic and Mega Man unlockable characters in this one. I could see them easily just announcing who all the starting roster characters and keeping the secret characters for you to find out, or for you to cheat and go on their website through a bunch of question mark links like before and find out how to unlock them for yourself through the website, but not formally announce any of them. That's what I kind of see going on. But yeah, 3 characters announced, 2 for the month of September, and 1 right at the beginning of October. And I kind of have a feeling that that's probably going to continue. We're probably at least going to see maybe another name or 2 come up this month. If not, at least one more other name and then a new name at the beginning of November. Maybe there's going to be 3-week, these 3-week periods where 3 characters are announced within the next 3 months, and then they go dead silent until E3 or something like that. Which, that's going to take them a long time. I mean, if you think about it, E3 isn't coming up until June of next year. And if they want to tide us over until halfway through next year, they're going to have to announce some pretty big names, at least one or two big names by the end of the year. I don't know if they'll do that. I kind of see them picking up the character announcements and who they want us to know at some point after 2014 draws in. I think the newcomers who they plan on being part of the starting roster for the 4th game for 3DS and Wii U, I see them kind of slowly announcing them one by one throughout a good portion of the year, and once even the veterans that haven't been announced from previous games, like the first game, which as of right now, Yoshi, Captain Falcon, Ness, and Jigglypuff have all not been announced to be coming back, which we know all 4 of them will be. There's not one first game cast member that's been left behind in any of the Smash Bros. Games, and I don't see that tradition breaking for this one. In Melee, we got a couple of veterans missing, Marth, Falco, Ganondorf, Zelda, and I believe Ice Climbers as well are 5 characters who made the jump from Melee to Brawl, who I see making the jump from Brawl to number 4, but have not been announced yet. And as far as Brawl is concerned, there's been 4 people announced coming back from Brawl. Those, of course, so far being Pit, Olimar, Toon Link, and now Sonic. And 2 of which literally announced within days of each other. Maybe a 5-day maximum between the announcements of Toon Link and Sonic's returns. So there's a whole many people they could bring back from Brawl. You know, they could bring back Diddy Kong, they could bring back Wolf, they could bring back Rob. If they wanted to, they could bring back so many. They'd bring back Wario, they could bring back King Dedede, Meta Knight. There are so many different options for different veteran characters. I think I see all the Kirby cast members coming back. I could see Wario making another run, Diddy Kong making another run. I could see them throwing Rob in there again. Like Mr. Game & Watch. Mr. Game & Watch is another Melee veteran I forgot to announce. Made the jump from Melee to Brawl, who's probably going to be back. So I could see maybe Sakurai loving both Rob and Game & Watch to keep the NES spirit alive and throwing them back in there with Ice Climbers, maybe debuting somebody else from that early Nintendo era for this game, like, say, a Takamaru or a Little Mac, if not both. And, yeah, just interesting stuff like that. It's really interesting stuff. I don't really see any hidden character, or not hidden, I don't see any hidden characters being announced. I just said that, for crying out loud. I don't see any newcomers being announced until maybe at the earliest, if there are going to be any announced this year, in December. Throughout the month of October and November, I think it's going to be nothing but veteran characters announced, whether they were from the first game to the 3rd game. And maybe we'll get somebody new to close out the year. If not, we'll definitely start seeing the newcomers roll in as we dawn 2014 and build up to pretty well the game's eventual release at some point in that next year. Anyway, you tell me what you think of these recent character inclusions for the website and to confirm their appearance in the 4th Smash Bros. Game. Leave your comments below. What do you think about Sonic, Mega Man, and Mario, of course, starring all in the same fighting game? To me, it's epic, and I tweeted about that earlier today after the conclusion of today's Nintendo Direct. Which veterans do you want to see personally who are maybe your favorite in past games or even in Brawl that you'd like to see come back because you enjoyed playing them so much? And just because I like to kind of make the discussion that much more interesting, before I leave, if you had to pick one newcomer who's not third party, but directly Nintendo-based, who would it be? Comment below, because I think I might make a video on that, and it's going to take a lot of thought, but I might make one of my own. So if you guys give me some really cool ideas in the comment section, maybe it'll help influence me to build towards another video. Anyway, you know the drill. Visit fanboysanonymous.com. You can, of course, follow me on Twitter at SpoodBeast. You know, all my links to all that kind of social media and outside networking is, of course, on my main channel in the cover photo image that's above everything else. You know where to find me. Anyway, folks, I hope you have a good rest of your week, and I'll be back with another video at some point later. SpoodBeast, out.